All right, welcome everyone to LeapMeet 47, December 2021 TradeLog review and interactive Q&A session. Those of you who has attended this meeting knows the purpose for it. Those of you who are new and this is the first time attending this meeting. For you guys, basically we do this TradeLog review meetings basically to go over the trade log from last month to see what mistakes we have made, learn from it, take notes, things we did right, things we did wrong, etc. I encourage every one of you guys to take this trade log, keep track of all the trades you take throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, because it will help you become a better trader. You will be able to learn from your own mistakes and improve upon it. And as I always say, if you don't know what you have done wrong, the mistakes you have made, how are you going to correct it? Correct? So, and this is the best way you can keep track of everything. Like, okay, this is the mistake I should have corrected. Or, for example, this December was quite an eventful month. We have seen ups and down and volatility that we haven't seen probably since June 2021. So if you were to trade through this last month, then you would be able to take notes like, okay, last couple of weeks, as we are approaching the year end, expect a sell-off or market to slow down, expect low volumes, market to consolidate, etc. And basically, when the December 2022 rolls around, you can go back and refer to this notes and be like, okay, this is what I should be expecting. So I need to adjust my expectations and the way I trade according to the market conditions that were there last year. And it's not just for December, it's for January, February, March. Taking notes, creating trade log and learning from your own mistake is the only way you're going to improve as a trader. So that is why it's very, very important. And I encourage every one of you to take notes for that purpose. All right, let's get started. There is also a Q&A session at the end of it. If you guys have any question, feel free to ask at the end of the TradeLog review or just post it in the chat room. We will go over them one by one. All right, so week one, let me share my screen. Can you guys see it? All right, awesome. Thank you. So this is the trade log from December 2021. Week one was 3 days, last 2 days of November and 3 days of December. Market conditions were not as friendly, and it's apparent from our week one trade log here. Wednesday was okay, Thursday was okay. We started doing less volume trading for that purpose. But Friday, I have a note here that says a lot of trades would have been better to avoid given the market condition. And that tells me the mistake that I made. Market was not doing well on that particular Friday. It was going down. I should have not taken any lot of calls or keep the size very, very small, like 10 cents or 15 cents like we did here. Which I did not. So that was the mistake on my part, and I should have done it. So that tells me that I avoided how market was reacting at that point. And if you can see it, I corrected that mistake going into week two, where most of the trades we took were like 10 cents and 80 cents. Like, well, 45 cents, 70 cents. Like the most expensive one was $3.15. So because I took this notes, because I made these comments and kept what I did wrong, I was able to correct it for the next week. Now, if I hadn't taken this note, by the time next Friday comes along, or any particular event, if you will not remember the mistakes you have made unless you write it down. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So please keep that in mind and keep a very detailed trade log of every single trade that you take. Anyways, moving forward, week 2, great week. Most of the trades we took worked out. Market was more healthy, nicer. I think this was the day where I mentioned, okay, time to put the hammer down. And this is what I tell you guys throughout the week, like every single day. I'm like, okay, this might be the day where sitting on the sideline is your best bet, or this might be the day where putting the hammer down and taking the advantage of this rally or this market conditions. So follow the rules, but still take as many trades as you can on a good day like this. So basically, that was the week that we made pretty good gains, as you can see here, 40%, 50% on average, pretty much. The only losing trade was Google right here, and that was a losing trade because I was playing small from the profit I made from the same call earlier in that day. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep my trade size half and try it out one more time. It did not work, but I lose some of the profit, and it was a calculated bet, just didn't work out, not a big deal. Comes week 3, and this is where we sort of got that standard rally in the market for first 3 days. The momentum from the previous week sort of continued for first 3 days and then hit the wall. So first 3 days, we put the hammer down again, took quite a few trades throughout it. As you can see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 9, 8, 9 trades this 2 days. And here we got some, this one, NVIDIA, I sold it too long at the beginning of the day. I should not have, because NVIDIA was strong pre-market, so I should have kept that in mind, and which I did, and we were able to capture some good profit on in NVIDIA on the following day. Some very good runners, 120%, 60 to 80% on average here. And then a couple of losers here, but when you take about 30 to 35 trades in a week, 2 or 3 failures is not that big of a deal. We still managed to get about 85%, I believe, success rate in this week. I don't remember the exact number, but it was somewhere around that. And comes Friday, we put the hammer down again in Amazon, because that was the day where Amazon absolutely made a monster run, and we keep trading Amazon again and again and again and again. We traded it from 33.50 or 33.80 all the way to 34.30 was the last call that we took and made profit in. Monster week. You should all have made money during that time. Comes week 4, another very good week for us. Shorter week before holidays. Market did another Santa rally of sort, and everything was great. On Monday, it was a slow day. We only took 1 trade because market was consolidating, and then comes Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it made an absolute run, and some great trades, over 100% profit on almost 6 or 7 trade, which is a very good return on your investment. The only trade that didn't work for that particular week was a Tesla, a lot of calls. And again, it was I was playing from profit. As you can see, we played Tesla from like 1050 all the way to 1080, 1100, and most of those worked great. So not a big deal. And then comes last week, before year end, and market was not friendly whatsoever for condition. And you can see that from the trade log here. For this day is like 6 or 8. or 9. When market was good, we were taking 8 or 9 trade on average. And for entire week 5, it took 6 trades pretty much and 2 open positions. And that was it. Nothing more. And that should give you an indication, as in like, okay, market is not friendly, so it's a good idea to just sit on the sideline and not trade as much. You do not, like I always say, you do not have to trade every day to be successful. I have seen this type of market conditions over and over and over again, so I knew that I have to slow down. I cannot just go all in. I cannot just force trade and try to make profit because I want to hit my weekly goal or daily goal or whatever that goal is. I knew that from my experience. That's why I slowed down instead of taking and went from taking 6, 7 trades a day to 6 trades a week. And I learned that because I had notes from all my previous December, last week of December years that I traded, that this is something is very fairly common and something I should be expecting. So that's why I was very, very cautious, not giving back profit from previous amazing run that we have had. And I learned from it. So now if you were to take notes, as you start taking notes going forward, you will learn month after month, year after year. You will learn what to do and what not to do as well. But that will be from your experience, right? But in the meantime, you can learn from my own experience and what I'm telling you guys to do or not do and things like that. There's a great quote by Chanakya. You all know who that is. And the quote goes, those that learn from other people's mistake get ahead in life faster than the rest, because life is too short to always learn from your own mistakes. So I personally been trading for about 9 years now. I have made many, many, many mistakes throughout my career and my trading journey. And I share that with you. Nobody is perfect. So I share my mistakes with you. I tell you guys, okay, this is something you shouldn't be doing. This is something you should be doing. If you learn from my mistakes, you can build on top of that, and you will not be starting from scratch. You will still be making mistakes, but that will be your own mistake. You won't be repeating the mistakes that I have made. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's going to make mistakes. Your job is to not repeat the same mistake that someone else who you are learning from. It could be me, anybody else online, YouTube courses, other mentors, whatever, or whoever that may be. Your job is to not repeat the mistakes that they have made. Your job is to learn from those mistakes and then make your own new mistakes and learn from those mistakes and get better like that. And that is how you're going to improve your trading journey and get to that point faster. And this is the concept that most people don't understand. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to make mistakes. I have had many people reach out to me and tells me like, hey, so actually the other day I got a message on WhatsApp and someone asked me like, hey, I don't have time to learn. All I want to do is follow your trades, make money, and get out. So when you enter, I will enter. When you get out, I will get out. Stuff like that. And that's all I want to do. If I catch 10 of your 15 trades, that will be good enough for me. Now, I told that person straight up, if you keep thinking that way, there is no way in hell you're going to be successful or you're going to make money from trading, because that's the wrong way of thinking about trading. And some people don't understand that. And the reason I told him, I could have easily just told him like, oh, don't worry about it, you just enter in the join the chat room and just try to follow as many trades as you can and you'll be successful, right? I could have easily lied to them and be like, okay, yeah, no worries, you'll be able to make money easily, it's not that big of a deal. But I didn't, because for me, I don't want anybody to lose money. So for me, that person joining me and joining the room and giving 150 or whatever dollar, um, I don't need that money. Um, the whole reason we started TradeOre was for me to help you guys become a better trader. Um, and the end result will be, because you become a better trader, you'll be making money. Not for you guys to give me $150 and 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 try and just blindly do something that I personally wouldn't do. I would never ever follow anyone blindly. I wouldn't take any trades just because someone told me to do it. Your job is to use those trade ideas and implement it on your own. Look at your account size, look at your risk tolerance, look at how many calls you can afford. Are you following rules? My job is to teach you those rules, and I behave. My job is to make you a better trader, and your job is to learn and improve your trading, not just blindly follow it. Trust me, that I could have lied and asked that guy to come in and take $150. Now that $150 is not going to break or make my life in any sense. Last month alone, from one of my trading account, I paid $8,000 in commission for contracts that cost 50 cents. That's 16,000 contracts traded from one of my account. So trust me, that by lying to you guys and having you guys paid me $150 it's not going to change my life in any way. So the reason I'm telling you guys is because I want you guys to understand um, that there are no shortcuts. But if you follow the process, if you learn from my mistakes and my experience, you guys will get ahead and become better trader and make more money. But if your thought process that, okay, I'm going to join and follow XYZ's calls and make money, then I promise you, you will lose money. I'm going to say something most negative thing about me right now. I've been trading for 8 years. I have had a few students before I started TradeOre. I have had quite a few after. And to this day, no one's life has changed by listening to me. No one. If you were to master trading by listening to me, every single person with whom I have started sharing my knowledge, or with whom I have shared my knowledge with, and most importantly, my experience with, would have been successful in life and trading. So no one has been successful just by listening to me. But those of who listened to me and implemented what I said, what I taught, and my mistakes, and learned from my experiences, those individuals are very successful right now. They have built their own trading careers. They trade on their own now. Some of them are still part of the room, as you all know. Some of the success stories are out there. Uh, the point is, you will never learn anything or do anything great in life just by listening. Implementing is the main part here, or main component of success. And it can be me. You don't have to listen to me and implement what I teach. If you don't like it, go find someone else. Look online. There are many, many, many gurus out there that are teaching different things than what I do. My experience is finite, 8, 9 years. There are more experienced traders than I am. You can learn from them. But anywhere you go, make sure that everything that you listen and learn, you're implementing. Because without that, you won't be able to get there. So keep that in mind. And like we share webinars, we share, even in the welcome video, we have shared 2 great webinars. And so far, most people don't even bother to watch it because most people don't care about learning. Most people just want to make money and looking for that next shortcut that will get them there. And trust me, there are no shortcuts. So please go watch webinars. We have so many webinars on so many different topics. Listen to, when I say this has been my experience, listen to it. Take your own notes. Keep your own trade log. When I say that this has helped me become a better trader, I'm saying it because it has. So if you do it, it will make you a better trader in turn, because I'm speaking from my experience when I say it's best to sit on the sideline or do this or do that or follow rules. I have said like 10, 20, 15 different rules that you need to follow to become successful. There's a whole webinar on it. Watch those webinars, learn from it, make your own rules from that one and follow it. That is how you're going to make money, not just by blindly following me or anyone else. And I've seen this mistake happen over and over and over and over again. So it kind of breaks my heart when people do this. That is why I'm sharing this with you right now. And that's all right. Sorry, I got carried away a little bit, but it happens when you care, right? So anyway, so for month of December, we achieved took like about 92 trades in 23 days, 82 wins, 10 losses, almost 89% success rate. So when we have about 89% success rate in a month, excuse me, that has been so challenging to trade through. You do not have any reason to lose money unless you didn't follow the trading rules that we have set forth, unless you didn't have stop loss, unless you were blindly following trades, unless your account was $5,000 and you took $2,300 trade and broke the rule of trade size. If you didn't break any rules, if you trade how you're supposed to be trading, you have absolutely zero reason to lose money, right? So this, let's take, for example, let's just say your account is $10,000, roughly position is about $700. That's max position size. If you go through the trade rules, you will know what I'm talking about. But let's just say that's your max trade size. Week 1, 1 losing trade. Week 2, 2 losing trade. So 1 more. So in total 2. Week 3, 1 more losing trade. So 3 losing trade. Week 4, no, because this was outside of your thing. And so I had 10 losing trades. You had 3 or 4. At the end of the month, if you were to strictly follow this rule and only deviate from it when you are in profit at the end of the week and pick and choose very, very carefully, then you would have ended up with $6,300. Now, let's just say you missed a lot of this trade, right? So one of your rule that you came up with, let me do something here. Let's just say one of the rules you came up for yourself because you had bad experiences that you don't trade, you don't take any lottos, you don't trade anything at the end of the week on Friday, no lotto calls. So if I were to just like change all this to 0, right? So no trading on Friday. So 0, 0, 0, 0. And this is your own trading rules, right? Because you're not new at trading, so we strongly advise not to take it. Even if you don't trade entire Friday, like that whole day, even if you don't trade it for that whole day, you would still walk away with $4,000 at the end of the month on your $10,000 account, which is 40% increase in your account size in 1 month. Now, let's just say you missed this Tesla trade because you were sick, or you were scared to take it, or you missed this FB trade, or on Monday you didn't want to take snow or didn't want to take FB. I'm just removing some of the profits that as like a missing trade. Even then, you would have walked away with $2,000 on your $10,000 account. That is 20% increase in your account side, 20% return on your investment. Now, by any standard, hedge fund or not like by hedge fund standard, that's a widely successful month of trading. But people are not happy. People who have $10,000 account, their goal is not to make $2,000, because for them it's a very, very small amount. They have crazy goals in mind, like, oh, on $10,000 account, I want to double it. I want to make 7,000 or 8,000. I'm going to take $2,300 calls in Amazon and make $800 in a day. They have this wild idea in their mind and this wild number of profit that they want to make, but they don't realize that they're just starting out. You guys are just starting out. Your option journey has just beginning right now, right? So you cannot expect to make as much as other person is making who has been doing it for 5 years or 10 years. They have worked hard. I have worked hard for 8 years to get to the point where I am, where I have 90% success ratio. You cannot expect to get to that point in 1 year or 2 years. 4 years, yes, you learn from the mistake and you cut down your learning curve. So what I could do in 8 years, you should be able to do it in 4 years. Then you're successful. It's not going to take you 8 years, because I'm here to guide you and I'm here to tell you what to do and what not to do. But you cannot expect that to happen overnight, in a month or 2 or 6 months or even a year. It's going to take time. This is a skill that you master, and you cannot do it overnight. So keep that in mind. Like, don't try to oversell yourself and what you can do. At the end, you're just going to hurt yourself. Your goal should be like, I have a $10,000 account. If I can make 10 to 15% return on investment, that's my goal. So by that rate, I will be able to, from 6 months on, if you make 20%, if your goal is 20% increase in your account per month, in 6 years or in 5 months, you will double your account. And then compounding will start taking place and your profit size will start increasing. But if your goal is to make $10,000 account and 100% return on your investment in the first 2 months, not going to happen. You're going to lose money instead. So have realistic goals, realistic targets to hit. Focus on learning. That is the point I'm trying to make here, and keep the trade log. Watch all the webinars. We have at least 10, 15 good webinars on different topics, different strategies that we use every day in, day out. Trust me, you don't need anything else. Like, if you guys have been in the room for long enough, you will realize that I do not use any fancy indicators like Bollinger Band or this or that. I have tried it all. I don't use spreads, vertical spread, horizontal spread, iron condor, this or that. Not saying it doesn't work. Every single strategy, every single indicator works. That's why they are there. For me personally, it doesn't work, so I don't use it. For me, what works the best is keeping things simple. And because I keep things simple, I can achieve 90% success rate where most people can't even dream of. In trading, if your success rate is 70%, if you win 7 out of 10 trades, you are a great trader. I aim for 90% plus or close to it. And that's why usually I end up anywhere around 80 to 90. But the point I'm trying to make is learn. We have provided all the information. You need to take time to learn. I cannot go out and tell you like, okay, I'm going to teach you right now one-on-one. That's not never going to happen. But we have provided all the information and all the tools that you need. If you have any question on top of that, feel free to ask. We have people in the room. I'm always there. I'll be more than happy to answer any and all the questions you have during the market hours. But you have to learn. You have to watch the information we have provided, and not take things for granted and not have unrealistic expectations. Trust me, 3 to 5 years of hard work is all it takes to change your life completely. Your life will be set, and not just yours, your kids, your family, everybody's life will be set if you do this the way you're supposed to be doing. Every few generation in your life comes a person who changed the trajectory of the family. If you look at your own family line, I think about this stuff like a lot. I look at my own family life. My great grandfather came from village to a city in India. That was the generational change. And then my dad came from India to here. That was another generational change that propelled my family further, um, and change the life of the people who's coming after you, right? But that all happens in that 3 to 5 year time. You just need to work and keep your head down and just focus on learning and teaching and making yourself better. But and the reason I'm sharing that with you is not because I want to lecture you. The reason I'm sharing that with you is because this is something I have learned in my life. Um, when I first started trading, my goal was the same as yours. Like I wanted to get rich quick. That's what everybody on the internet was telling me. Like, hey, if you go and trade penny stocks, you can double your money in a couple of days. And that's why I started it. Um, but when I realized that that's not going to work for me, I put my head down for 3 to 5 years and keep doing what I could do, work full time, and then trade part time, and keep on learning and listening to people that were telling me to do this or do that. Found a great mentor, and that changed my life and my family's life. Um, but if I were to just quit or just roll over and be like, oh, this is not for me or whatever, it would have never happened. So if you are interested, and that is not just for trading, it's for everything in life, right? But if you're interested in trading and if you really want to learn it, um, focus on the learning part, and that will change your life. I guarantee it. I'm sorry I got carried away again, but the point I'm trying to make is follow the rules. We have set it down. Watch the webinars. If you joined a month ago or this month or next month or whatever, um, take your time to learn. Don't focus on making money and getting rich quick. It's never going to happen if that's your focus. But if your focus is like, okay, I'm going to learn as much as I can, uh, then it will change your entire game. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you guys for TradeLog reviews this month. And if you guys have any question, now is the time to ask it. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask it or put it in the chat. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, just one quick question about lotto calls. What are those? Like, sorry, I'm very new to options.
Lot of calls are anything that is expiring within a day or two. Everybody has different. There is no official definition for it, but for me personally, when I say lot of calls, means that it's expiring within a day or two, and it's like a 50-50% chance of working out. So on Friday, if you're buying same day expiration calls, then you have 50-50% chance, like 50-50 chance of it working out. So it either go to zero or give you like 100% return or 50% returns. So it may or may not work out, and a lot of calls are highly risky. It's just like buying lottery ticket, right? If it works out, you get rich. If it doesn't, then whatever you bought the lottery ticket for goes to zero and becomes worthless.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions?
Do you do any puts also, or like mostly try to do the calls?
I also do puts, but only when only in bear market. When overall market trend is up and it's a bull market, then I usually not try to bet against the overall trend.
So we can say that like maybe 90% or like 95% are like calls, right?
Correct. Yes, you could say that.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? All right. If not, then we're going to go ahead and end the meeting here. Thank you, everyone, for joining on this fine Sunday, and Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us again, and hopefully we'll make this 2022 another bang of a year and change some lives. All right, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.